My name is Isaiah Davis. I am 15 years old. Today's date is December 11th, 2018. I'm speaking with Shaunette Davis. This is my mother. We are recording this in Chicago, Illinois. Illinois. Alright, Mom. First question I have for you is when and where were you born?
I was born December 17th, 1978, Chicago, Illinois.
Okay. What was it like for you when you were growing up?
I had a pretty good life, I think. I came from a single family, single parent home. I had my mother who raised me all by herself, but I don't feel like I missed out on anything. She was a good provider and did her best in trying to show us things and take us places and do things with us and involve us in different activities. So I think she did a good job by herself.
Is there a memory from your childhood that you cherish?
A memory that I cherish, my room growing up, which is now your room. A lot of good memories in my room. Family, different gatherings when everybody comes over and hang out in this room. So I have a lot of good memories of my childhood. I think, the one that sticks out the most is just family and being here, gatherings at the house.
Okay. What was your first thought when you found out you were having a boy and you were having me?
My first thought, I was scared, being my first time, have a child, being pregnant. I wanted to find out the sex of the baby because of they told me that my blood test came back abnormal and that you may have had spina bifida, and they wanted to do an amniocentesis on me to see if you would have it or not. And I told them no, because there were risks in the amniocentesis that I could have miscarried, and I didn't want to take that chance. I told them I didn't care if you had it or not. I would take care of you because you were my child. So I did want to at least know if you were a boy or a girl. So when I found out it was a boy, I was very excited because I have a sister and I always wanted a brother instead. I wish I could have her back and got a brother. But I love her now.
Good, good. So, when I came out, like,
You look like an alien. I'm sorry. Go
oh,
ahead. A cute alien. But go ahead. When you came out.
what was the first thing you did that night?
Um,
Now you took me home.
oh, when I took you home, that wasn't the night that you were delivered. So, the day I took you home, your grandmother decorated the house and the porch with balloons for It's a Boy. And I don't know, it was just weird adjusting to having a baby and trying to deal with my body going through all these changes. But I had a good support system, and everybody came to visit and see the baby. But it was a good transition from the hospital to the home, to coming home. And I had a lot of support, a lot of help.
Can you tell me a little bit about your parents?
Well, I have this mom in the whole wide world. She's very loving and helpful, especially to her children and grandchildren. She will do any and everything she can in her power to make sure we have whatever we need and help out in any way. She's always been strong. She always played the role of mother and father in my life. So just watching her, she's like my hero, and that's who I looked up to always. Just how, there was nothing that she couldn't do, from cooking to climbing up on a ladder and cleaning gutters or painting the house or fixing things. She did everything. My father didn't really have a relationship with him until about 4 years ago. But he's pretty cool. I'm still learning him. I think that he regrets not being in my life more, and I feel like he tries to make up for it now. Spending time with you all or calling you all and sending things.
What are you most proud of?
I am most proud of my children, you and Isis. Anytime I go somewhere, whether it's your school, meeting with teachers, or at church, everybody always say how mannerable you all are and you're good kids, and you just leave a really good positive impression on people. And so that makes me proud, that I feel like I'm trying to do something right in raising you all and instilling values and morals and building the characters that you all now possess.
Do we remind you of you when you were growing up?
You remind me of me when I was growing up. Isis, absolutely not. She is the exact opposite. Isis is talkative, the life of the party, get right in and do it. You are quiet. You got to warm up and get to know you. I was really quiet growing up. It wasn't until I probably got to college where I started speaking up more for myself, because if you maintain and be quiet, people think they can run over you. So by the time I got to college, I had to speak up and just take care of myself.
Okay. What are some important lessons that you had to learn in life?
The same thing. I think the most important is being able to speak up for myself, knowing right from wrong and not allowing anybody to just take advantage of me or say whatever they want and be disrespectful or inappropriate with me and me not say anything. That's the most important lesson I think I had to learn in life, was to stand up for myself, be more vocal.
Okay. Did you have any nicknames like when you were a kid?
Nope.
Not one?
Your grandmother, no, she always called me Shaunette. My friends pretty much called me the same. Your uncle, he had a name for me that I wish not to discuss, but he had a nickname. I don't think anybody else had a nickname for me.
Are you okay with sharing that nickname with us?
No. Absolutely not.
Did you have best friends when
I
you were
did.
growing up, or right now?
I did, and they are still my best friends to this day.
Can you tell me a little bit of like how they are?
Well, I have Lindsay, who I've known since pre-K, and she now lives in Las Vegas. Her firstborn is my goddaughter. Then I have Ida, who we met in 5th grade and have remained friends ever since. She is the godmother to Isis. Then there's Jamila, who I met in high school in my sophomore junior year, and we have remained friends ever since. Those are my 3 best friends.
Is there like a challenge that you've always had to face, like from childhood to like growing up until now? Is there like a challenge that you always have to face through life?
Yeah, it kind of ties into the whole speaking up for myself. And when I got older, it became public speaking. So being able, as a manager, you have to have staff meetings, and that was difficult for me to adjust to. That was a very big challenge. So staff meetings, I also had to do trainings. And when I first started doing them, my voice, you could hear, used to be so shaky because I was nervous, like I was going to cry. But I'm much better now. Much better now. But public speaking was definitely a challenge. It was all a part of being really shy growing up. So to actually have to stand in front of people and speak, it was terrifying.
What is your ethnic background?
Belizean.
Belizean?
Yes.
Okay.
Both of my parents are born and raised in Belize.
Have you ever been to Belize?
I have. Just one time, and I was probably about 10 or 11.
Okay. So, did you ever get in trouble as a kid?
Not much. I can remember 2 times that I got in trouble, like real trouble. But no, I was pretty good. I was quiet.
Well, can you tell me like at least one of those times?
So I was home with my cousin, Deanette, and the neighbor, when my mom got home, she came across the street and told her that we were playing with fire, which we were, but we were just burning ants. Not that that makes it any better, on the porch. And so I got in trouble for that.
Well, I'm gonna end off this interview with one last question. If this was our last conversation, last time we've got to talk, what would you say to me?
I would tell you, don't let anyone deter you from your dreams. You always push forward and do what you think is best and right. And just remember the things that you've been taught. Treat others the way you want to be treated. You have to give respect to get respect. And just don't let anybody stand in your way, because you have a lot of negative people, a lot of haters that don't want to see you, and they can even be family members, not just friends. So you want to make sure that you do your best and just go forward. Don't allow anybody to get in your way.
Is there anything we didn't talk about that you would like to add?
I don't think so. I think you're doing a really good job at this school, and it's bringing out a lot of good traits in you. And I've noticed the change in you with schoolwork and your focus and drive, and just keep up the good work.
All right, thank you. All right, I want to thank you for doing this interview. It was an honor. I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
All right.